How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. What has it been like 5 years, 6 years?
It's been about 5 years, man. Time has been going by very, very fast.
I know. I think
Last since the last time we hang up here was like 5 years ago, right? Right at the pandemic, right? Like where the COVID started.
I think it was before COVID. I think the last recording was I think we did one recording right before COVID
Yeah,
of what's gonna
like
happen.
yeah, it was a big mess at the time, and we're trying to figure out what where the world is going, which directions and all that. And then COVID started, and we kind of disappeared too with COVID.
I think everybody's quarantined, so we quarantine ourselves.
Yeah, that hasn't happened
Yo,
since then. In a
yo,
world with us, with everyone, huh?
yeah, I think your reception is fading in and out a lot.
Oh, really? Yeah, it should be good though. I have plenty of signal.
So where
Can
you
you
going,
hear me?
right? I can hear you, yeah, but you're like fading in and
I'm
out.
strapped. I'm strapped to the mountain, as you can see in my background. Check there.
Yo, you do not look
Just
like you're in Germany at all. You look like you're more in Iceland.
I'm in Greenland. I want to check it out.
You trying to visit
You
it?
see,
There's
it's
an
dark.
increase. There's an increase in tourism right now.
Totally.
Yeah, did you hear?
Probably.
Like a lot of people are trying to visit Greenland before the United States take over.
For us, it would be easier probably without visas or anything. We never
Yeah,
needed visa anyways. But you can stay longer than 3 months without a permit.
do you?
So, yeah,
You know,
after it comes from to US, as a US territory,
I'm not
then you
inclined to
can.
go to Greenland for whatever reason. I think a lot of people would rather go
No,
to Antarctica than Greenland.
that's true. But have you seen that movie with I don't know what the name of it, what it's called. I think it's called Greenland. With what's his name? The guy who did the 300, Butcher,
Oh,
Gerald Butcher.
Butcher, yeah. Butler.
Butcher. Yeah, he has the movie with the Greenland, and everybody goes there to hide because they have
Yeah.
bunkers.
Isn't it
It's
like the
interesting.
world? Isn't it an apocalypse where the people in the
Yeah,
equator was getting destroyed by the heat wave or something? So they have to
exactly.
travel north.
Exactly. That's what it's kind of, interesting movie. I bet you a lot of people want them build bunkers and stuff after that movie.
I think that's what happened. I think a lot of rich people are building bunkers in the mountain all over
Yeah.
California. Maybe you
Oh,
should build
really?
a bunker too. Yeah, maybe we should build a bunker.
Yeah. I love the idea. It's just like I don't know where to build it.
Build it in Germany in
You
the
have to,
mountains.
you have to have like. Well, the thing is, you have no time to go to the mountains. If it's not like very accessible and easy accessible, I don't think it needs a purpose.
Does it
So
have
you
to be
don't have
real
that much
hidden?
time to go to the. I think you have to have it somewhere nearby because I don't think we have that much time to go to the bunker when that happens.
You ever
I mean, I
saw
don't
the
know. I'm just
series?
saying.
You ever saw the series Fallout on Netflix?
No, I'm not.
It's based on a video game, but it talk about like this action scenario where there's a company that builds these bunkers and they're trying to sell it to
Yeah.
Americans. So this is like capitalists. And in order to make people buy it, they created apocalypse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they threw the first atomic bomb, nuclear bomb, at some city to start the frenzy. And then the next thing you know, everybody that survived was living in a bunker. And then there's like two different
Oh,
worlds.
wow.
People living in a bunker and then people living outside the bunker. And then it takes
Oh,
place
wow.
like 200 years after the nuclear fallout. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's all weird. It's all these movies, man. It's kind of, they've been out like for so long. Like Terminator, if you look at it. Now they're with all the AI and everything. It's like, what? And in Terminator, it says 2027. Do you remember that? At the time, it was like so far, ahead. Now, like we're here, year to 2027. It's just, I'm not sure, man. A lot of things has happened, and like the whole world and everything, like economy and like all the order, the Western orders, how it used to be in geopolitical and everything, has been shifted and moving, and like nothing is for sure anything, you know. So it's a lot of movements. I think. I don't know. What do you think?
I think we're progressing in technology wise, and there's always a cycle, from my understanding, in the political climate we are in right now. It's a normal cycle. You know how we have peace for so long. There's no major big wars. I feel like there's going to be a big war coming up soon. That's going to make the next generation that never experienced war before experience war. It's kind of scary, but I believe that's what's going to happen. It's like a cycle.
Yeah, why is a cycle? That's to get deeper on it. Why is a cycle, you think?
I think it's human nature. Don't think so? I think it's human nature. People never.
Like a lot of people believe that we're living in a simulation, and we just like we're just puppets here. Oh, I saw a guy the other day. He like made me laugh. Actually, he was talking about this stuff. He's like, "How do you know we're not in a simulation right now?" He's like, "Well, I don't know. Are we?" He's like, "Yeah, I think we are."
Who said that? Ari?
No, it was this guy on I was watching a podcast or something. It was very funny, actually.
Yeah.
He was talking about, how can you prove that we're not? Like, well, you cannot prove that we are either, you know? So, but yeah, it's, I don't know. It's just like you said, it's like and a lot of things have been done lately, kind of shifted and kind of up in the air. A lot of people getting, I don't know. I thought like what we were doing, and like, I thought we were like in a worse place than actually we are if you see people. Like I was looking at the economy and everything. I was like, okay, nobody's buying stuff. And then the other day I went to a shopping center, and my God, it was last week. Everyone was buying stuff. Like it was like bags with perfumes, expensive perfumes, clothes, everything. I was like, oh, that made me feel good. Actually, I was like, okay, well, not as bad as I thought.
I think the news sell it more different than what it is.
Well, no, it's the news too. Like, who would you believe these days? There are so many news outlets, so many fake news, real news. Like, you never really know. Mainstream media, not good. This, not good. Making things bigger than they are, smaller than they are. It's just very hard. That's a worst thing.
Yeah.
To know. So, and then you see like, the other countries are going. Like I saw with China, they made those. I don't know. I'm not sure if you saw those, like health stations. Have you seen those?
No. What is it?
Futuristic health station. Actually, you don't have to go to the doctor. You can you don't have to go an appointment. They have health stations everywhere, like ATMs. You go in, you put your ID, you put your arm in it. It takes your blood, everything, runs your everything, your diagnosis, everything, and actually, it's very, very accurate to give you like what the reason is. If you need to go to the ER right away to see a doctor, will tell you need to go right away. Otherwise, it tells you what needs to be, the prescription, everything. It gives you right there. No wait, no appointment, nothing.
How do you take your blood?
They have more. It has inside. So when you put your arm, it has everything inside. It's like your yeah, I'm serious. And they were like all over. They are more than 250 right now. And it says Elon Musk was not wrong the other day when he says like in 40 years you don't need to go to the doctor because it's pointless, to go to medical school. So based on that, it says they have a real-time doctors. Actually, they review your it reviews basically what the AI does for you. These machines. Sends the data to them. They review it very quick to see that it's that accurate, and then that's it. And gives you a prescription. You fill it up, and you keep going. And that is like better healthcare, cheaper, everything. But actually, that was free there. So it was very interesting. So we're moving to a very, very fast, like a rapid way to with the technology and like the changes in how we do things, and so this is gonna shape the world differently that we used to, for sure.
I think the Western society has a different view on health than Eastern society. Like how like something's wrong, then we go see a doctor. But in the Eastern society, they don't believe in seeing doctors because you should be healthy to begin with.
Yeah,
You shouldn't. There's a lot of issues. Like you should be constantly taking care of your health, not just like when you're sick. I
when you're sick. Yeah, that's very true.
think that's what the
Being
disease
being
society is.
being proactive, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, yeah, I was very surprised with that because they had a podcast that I listened not long ago. Elon Musk was there, and they had like another doctor. I forgot his name, and they were like talking about where the future of AI is going and how things gonna shape.
What's the name of the
And
podcast or the
I do
episode?
not remember actually. I was in he talked in Davos, and from Davos I linked to that other podcast. I looked, and that he's talking. He had that podcast not long ago. It was recorded 2025, like December, I think, and was in his headquarters. And so he talks about what would you say to kids right now? What degree should they get, or what should study? And he's like, actually, we're in a position that I don't know what to tell because it's very hard. What are you gonna tell them? You're gonna tell them basically anything because it says in 4 years, most likely they would be pointless to go to medical school to have a medical degree because the AI will replace all that. So
You know what's funny though? Like, I think the kids have a better sense of what needs to be done. As in when they go
yeah.
to
So
school. You know how when we growing up, like not growing up, but like there's a lot of influencers, YouTube influencer, and people are heading that
yeah,
way. And then a lot of parents were like, "No, don't be an influencer. Don't spend your time making videos and podcasts." But that was the way. Right now,
yeah,
a lot of influencers are making a lot of money. They are
yeah,
making huge
exactly.
investments in business.
Or when you listen to your wife or my wife was like, no, don't do this podcast, the thing you're doing with Phil. If you keep doing this for like 5-6 years ago, we even started longer than that, like 2017, I think, or 18, we started
I
first
think
one
we started. I think we were like early in the beginning.
very early. Yeah, and then if we kept going, man, who knows? Now we would be like influencers.
We'd be talking more. We'd be like talking more nonsense than before.
Well, we need to talk about things, like what what we know and what we think that people things would go through and what we've been through and what we can, tell so people don't make the same mistake that we did, or the things that we did good. Somebody finds it that actually that's the way to go. So it all depends, how you look at it. You always learn from things, You never make a mistake. You just learn from things that you didn't do it correct.
I think you're right. I think it's important to talk about it because a lot of people, you probably experience the same thing I'm experiencing. And if I never talked to you about it, like I wouldn't know or how to go through it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people kept to themselves.
Exactly. So if you don't talk, I have one thing that I like to talk about everything with people, or good or bad. And if I need something, for example, like let's say a very, very simple example that, I have like my car broke down or something, and I'll call one of the friends like, hey, this is what happened to me. And you'd be like, when most of the times I found out that they'd be like, oh, really? That's happened to me, and this is how I solved it. And boom, gives you the answer right away. That probably wasn't very complicated, Or the other way around. Like people needed something, they didn't talk to me at all. They did it, and I was like, why didn't I talk? Because I have the solution for that, So I don't know. I think communication is the key.
I think it is. I think we're just learning a lot from like so-called professionals that kept saying that they know what they're talking about. But if you look at their experience, they have no experience. They're trying to sell you something, which is becoming an issue.
Exactly. That's very true. That's very true. You see that all across, like everywhere, like you see. And sometimes even when I see things like that, I look at their background. And then I used to do something that it was not very good. I was looking at the people's like influencers or like somebody that you look up to, like somebody who's, like a scientist or somebody who was saying something. I look at his professional like life and stuff. And yes, I see that his like personal life and professional life, they were totally different. Like personal life would be all a mess and professional life would be good. And it'll be like, okay, if you cannot manage your personal life, how can you can tell me what to do? But that's wrong, actually, because you cannot be everywhere. You have to kind of be good at something. And sometimes personal life and professional life, they shouldn't mix, they should be totally different. And so that's why I kind of, look at it that too. So you don't judge by that, just like, if, because people can be like very good how to tell you what to do, but for themselves, they're not because they didn't do it, It's like almost like a doctor tell you, do what I say, don't do what I do kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think you
So
need
I
that
think,
sometimes. I feel like I could talk to my
yeah,
friends and then tell them good advice, but I need the same friend tell me the exact same advice I told them.
yeah,
I think I need to hear
yeah,
it from someone else.
exactly. That's very true. That's very true. You need to hear it and like see and even when somebody goes through whatever that is, like finding a job, losing a job, and as you talk, you find out that actually more people are in the same boat or they think in the same way, or you want to say something and you don't say it, and then when you say it, you see how many responses. You're actually putting yourself out there, saying like whatever that thing is, and then you see how many people respond. Oh, I was thinking the same thing, but I just didn't say it. So actually, you open the door for other people to kind of get the relief and like be. That's what is happening now too, actually, with everybody.
I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people think their case or scenario is unique, but it's not. It's really common if you go into
Yeah.
it, and
So
it's sad that there's an ego. I guess
if
there's
you,
an ego to it.
that's very true. And if you just think that you're in simulation, you know that somebody been through there is like is written for you.
Maybe
We're just
maybe the
actors here.
simulation made us. Maybe the simulation made us do this thing right now. It's like, hey, it's predetermined.
I know. Exactly. You see, it's like, hey, give us a signal. It's like, hey, you need to go back and do that again
Yeah,
because
yeah. We should have did
it's
it a
gonna
long
take
time
off.
ago. If we did it right the first time, we wouldn't have to be like waiting here, wondering what's going
We're
on.
like guinea pigs at the time. We were like trying. It's like, okay, you do this and we'll see how it happens. Okay, stop it now. You need more things to talk about. So you take a break and then you can talk about all these things and that
You're
when you
right.
start
That's the reason
figuring.
why we need more
Yeah,
experience, more things, more trauma,
exactly.
more relatable to
E-
people.
Exactly. But yeah, moving forward, I think we're in a good spot to kind of in our life to see what's going to give people like what we think and at least to leave behind a legacy of Dr. Phil and Dr. Donnie
We leave
talking,
it to our
talking.
kids. We try to
Yeah.
give them all the insights that they have,
Hopefully,
that we have.
hopefully, hopefully, hopefully they won't be embarrassed to say, "Oh no, not them again."
Oh my God, I got that. I don't want to listen to this. I say, no, you have to listen to this episode. It's like,
Oh man,
no, I
my
heard you. No.
my kids, my kids are getting at that age from yours too that they are kind of. And they have been warned before that there comes a age that they don't want to do anything with you, and they're kind of comes to that age that they want to do their things on their own. And
I don't know your daughter. I don't know. Daughter's showing signs, but my son is showing signs of like he don't want to spend time with me. He just using one
yeah,
word sent like one word to respond back to me after I like, oh, how's your day? Okay, that's it.
yeah,
Are you happy? Yes. Is something bothering you?
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
same
like
same thing. It's just like the time. But I remember like the things have changed in that part too, because when I was young, and I see even when I like a couple years, like 10 years ago, because my friends had kids at that age and stuff, kids were different. Now they were like they're becoming more independent and becoming more mature, more like earlier on. Like I know when you're 10, 11 years old, you're still like a kid. Now 10, 11 years, they can make own decisions, they can do their own thing, they very independent.
they are, but the
So,
only thing they can't do is financially.
oh no, yeah, of
like,
course. Financially, they
like,
have to depend on you.
but back then we used to like I don't know hustle for money or learn how to save money or
Yeah,
manage our budget our
we used to
money.
be.
Now it's like, Dad, can I
Yeah,
get this? Dad, can I get that?
yeah,
Without even
and they
questioning
have
the
no
budget.
clue about money. Money worth nothing to them. It's just like whatever. It's there or it's not. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't make a difference because everything is given to them. That's how I see it. I don't think we're losing that part of becoming a hustler and like kind of self driven and becoming like, okay, I want to do this, and I'm early on, I want to do this and achieve this, I want to do this, and so they're like different. A lot of people that they make money now, you see, they were like, they probably never had to work in their life. They never worked for someone. They become an influencer or YouTuber or whatever, and then they have so many followers and so many money coming left and right. So I guess long run, I'm not sure how they do, like how they're gonna do, like when they get 40s and 50s,
Well, they
because it's
become
not how
politicians,
much you
Donnie.
make, how you save.
They become
Yeah, you're right.
politicians.
You're right. You're very right, actually. And because, yeah, politicians and then make decisions for everybody else.
Yeah, there we go. That's what's gonna happen. And they got no clue what's going on in workers level. They just pretend they know what to do,
Yeah,
but they don't.
exactly.
But it's
No,
funny.
man, it's a lot of.
I think it's happening. I think the kids are like don't know how to budget. He's spending more money, and I think society is going to become like that. How our economy is in $1 trillion in debt, and it's not. They're
Yeah.
not fixing it. They're not planning to fix it.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. But I think, yeah, I mean, when you look at that debt, I don't know. It's like it doesn't really mean much to me. I'll be worrying if I was like a poor country and I'll be in debt because somebody can take me over, and But you're super strong and you're in debt, so what? What are you gonna do?
We just take over Greenland.
Yeah, exactly. So
No, it's scary. I have a lot of friends that's going to China, and they're saying that China is a different world. It's a better world
oh
than
really?
living
I
in
have a friend of
America.
mine. Yeah, he's from Malaysia. No. Uh-huh.
Let's end it right now, then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And